How you doing, everybody? April 8th, 2025 already. Let me hear it for that. April 8th, 2025. Easter's like in a couple
Woohoo!
weeks. So crazy. Yeah, right. But it's like time is just going by like this. It's just crazy, right? I remember there was a sign on my street like 3 months ago saying they're closing the end of my street because they're putting a new bridge in across the main road. And it's going to be closed from 4/7 to like 10/7. And it just seemed like it was months away, and they closed it yesterday, 4/7, right? So I was like, man, that happened fast. I remember looking at that, go, it'd be awesome because it'd be like spring when that happens, but still getting a little bit of rain in Oregon, but not as bad as some of the areas. I just got off with Pete Middleton. He's in Nashville. They're having major flooding, major stuff going on. But here we are. Listen, it is April 8th, and I want to talk to you today. I always try to bring a topic that's typically only about 10 minutes or so that I can have content on the coaching calls that I think are valuable for you. And more than anything, it's nuggets, right? So you might listen to the whole thing, go, this is boring. I don't really do an email. I don't have an email campaign. All of a sudden you go, wow, that one nugget was valuable. That's where I think you'll pick up on something today. So what I want to point out to you is some of the indisputable evidence that has to do with emails that I think are important to you. So number one, who has email campaigns running right now that are newsletters or some kind of follow up to your client base and or to agents, right? This is a production call, but there's referral opportunities. There's a lot of ways to think this way. So when I talk about the buy box today, we're going to talk about servicing buyers and sellers in this email, but it absolutely applies to agents for referrals, for growing your brokerage, whatever it may be. So again, this is a production broker agnostic call. So I'm going to lean into that message. But who has current email automations going out to their databases?
I
Halfway.
just
There you go.
started it myself.
Okay, awesome. So two people. There's a lot of value in this because email is similar to farming, right? You're top of mind. You could get lost in this translation very easily as well. But I'm going to give you a formula for what's working with the top agents around the nation, right? And when we talk about this to the top agents, like when you introduce something to a $100 million a year team, they institute it immediately, right? It's they leverage it to their team or whatever, but they go, hey, by the way, this I need this by the end of the day. I want this done, this done, this done, this done, launch, right? So don't get lost in analysis paralysis with this. Even if you launch it in the smallest way, whatever. But I'm going to give you some objectives to look at from your email situation. So there's four specific directives that we want email to handle, or we want to be measuring our emails. Number one is delivery, and these are things you should write down. One is delivery. If somebody's good at typing, they want to put this in chat, that'd be awesome for everybody, right? So number one is delivery. Number two is opened. Number three is read. And number four is clicked. Seems like it's out of order, but it's okay. The order's not important. What's important is delivery, opened, let's say clicked and then read. It just makes sense, right? So delivery, opened, clicked, and read. So when we have those four pieces of our email, then we can start looking at how many people actually looked at our email and didn't click it, how many people clicked it but didn't spend any time reading it, how many people read it, went to an action step, whatever it may be. But actually, probably the most important part is delivery, because a lot of companies have really, really poor delivery. I'm going to tell you what the top people have told me. MailChimp's the number one delivery of all emails. MailChimp. Little cost to MailChimp. This is not for you to argue with me. You can have an argument that is valid. This is not what it's about, right? This is about me as your coach telling you this is the best one that Anthony Robbins and Graziosi and Grant Cardone and Stearns and everybody in that inner circle group has determined that it's the best one. They spend millions. I'm going to listen to them, right? So what's the delivery rate of emails that you think is the best? And that we're speaking specifically to database now, right? So buyers and sellers, or potentially clients that you're looking to get into servicing buyers and sellers. What's the optimal amount of delivery? Is it weekly, biweekly, monthly, daily, 3 times a day, like social media? What would you say?
I would say monthly.
Okay. Anybody else?
Weekly.
Okay. Weekly, monthly. Anybody else have any strong opinion of it?
I think it depends on the consumer. Like we have them set up for some monthly, some weekly.
Yep. Yep.
I could see the argument in that. I'm going to argue that one person on the screen is right, and it's Cindy. It's weekly. Okay, Wendy. Cindy's the winner. Cindy now gets spammed every single day from all of us with email. It's weekly, and it's proven because that's a top of mind. Now, to get weekly open and delivery and open rate, you have to have relevance, right? There has to be some kind of relevance. So I'm going to suggest to you a flow. And again, you could do whatever you want. You're a grown ass person, right? But I strongly suggest you follow these guidelines, right? That's all I could say from a coach's perspective. But here's the content. Week 1, market snapshot. What's going on in the market? And I'm going to give you some secrets to this as well. But I want you to think of it this way. Market snapshot for your specific area. So you could be the specific local expert and hero, right? We want to include a short video, but video takes a lot of bandwidth up in your email, and the email servers don't like it when you send video. So I'm going to give you a little hack for that as well. But in my opinion, a 2 to potentially 10-minute long what's going on in the market is valuable, and then but also have it in the content of your email so they can consume it through visual, or if they click on your link, they can consume it by watching that. And then that can go to your YouTube and start building other facets of your business. But I want you to think about this. When we use a picture or a link and email it, it automatically starts coming off as spammy, right? That's what a lot of the email programs look for, is links and other things that are looking for spam. So one of the things you could do is to take a picture of your video and embed it into your email as just a picture. And then you could also make that much smaller by putting a thing called, let me find it here, JPEG Mini. JPEG Mini. So JPEG MINI. That is it's a program that's going to condense the size of the file down very significantly, like 10%. It's a cost to join that. There might be free versions out there. You can find whatever you want, but the goal is to keep that small, because Gmail and all these programs, look, if you're sending something that's got 3 megabytes, it's going to go through. That's small. If you send something that's got 3 gigabytes of video, and the average video is a gigabyte now because of the clarity of the phones and the size of the cameras and all that. So like if you just did a 2-minute video, that could be like 500 meg or a gig of information. Email does not like that, deliverable wise, right? So we want to put links into the emails that are a place that doesn't come off spammy. You don't want them in the headlines and all that, right? So just think of this process wise. So number 1, market snapshot. I want to finish the 4 things. Number 2, community events. So you're shown as the local knowledgeable person, right?
Yep.
So you got market snapshots and then community events. The next one I like, and this is flexible, but the next one I like is highlighting local business. So it could be whatever you like, but again, it shows you as a business leader. And I like highlighting local business. This could be a whole bunch of different things. And then the 4th week is thought leader. Just put down the word thought leader. Now you want to come from a place of leadership, right? You're coming from a place of you're leading the industry, whether you're talking about rates or economy, or even if you're just highlighting articles from other people that you found, right? You don't have to think about all this stuff on your own. I want to show you with ChatGPT how you can write an article like that, right? And all you have to do is take something from another information. It could be Fox, CNN, any kind of a real estate report. You could take any of that, put into ChatGPT and say, hey, rewrite this as a newsletter knowing what you know about me, right? We've talked about how ChatGPT gets to know you. And if you don't remember this, all you have to do is go into ChatGPT and say, ask me 20 questions to get to know me and my business so you can better serve me. Ask me 20 questions about my business to get to know me and better serve me. And it's really amazing at what it will do. And then, by the way, you could save that as like a project, right? Your real estate company, if you have rentals, if you're teaching and coaching, if you're talking to buyers specifically, you could have a buyer avatar of ChatGPT. You could have a seller avatar. All this stuff's possible. But I don't want this to go over your head. I want to make it simple so you could actually do it today. Right? So I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to do this as we speak so you can see that I'm not prepared for this, right? I want to show you, I'm going to show you my whole screen just to make it simple. So you can see all your pretty faces on one side, and on this side, you should see ChatGPT, right? You should see my Google. I'm going to put in real estate news today. All right, real estate news today. Top real estate stories. I'm looking for anything. Mortgage rates slingshot higher as tariffs uncertainty rolls. That's a now topic, right? So watch this. I'm going to take this content right here. I'm going to highlight it, copy. I'm going to go into ChatGPT, and I'm going to say, and I'm going to record this with my voice real quick. Create a newsletter for me using the following article, period. Weave in things that you know about me and my real estate business, but use the article as a basis point. You could back this up. Use the article in the spirit in which it was written, period. Also, put a line in there about where the article came from and a link to it just for compliance, period. So I did all that, right? I'm going to hit enter in ChatGPT, and then I'm going to post it. Why isn't it working? I'm going to copy this just in case it does something here, because my ChatGPT was already open in there. Okay, I'm on Oregon Luxury Group. Okay, let me paste this. Okay, I did that. So now let me go back to this, copy this, go back to ChatGPT, paste it, and it should take that instruction that I gave it, and it should start making me a newsletter. So you can see here's a customized email newsletter. Hey, when we thought of things were cooling off, mortgage rates just did a 180, right? So all of a sudden, that's the headline. This is ChatGPT making a newsletter for me. And we're recording this, but here's what it said. Mortgage rates have hit the level and over, mortgage rates hit their highest level in over a month this week, reversing course from a period of improvement. The rates did this. To me, it's kind of boring, but watch this. This is what ChatGPT wrote. Pretty cool. And it's short. It's sweet. You see how it highlighted? It made buyers. It made sellers. Good news, bad news. Talk soon, Randy Bird, blah, blah, blah. And then at the bottom, source, Mortgage News Daily, full article here. It's compliant now. Now you just copy this and put it in your website or put it into your email content, I mean. It could be that simple. So now I'm going to just go to my email. I'm going to hit compose. I'm sending this to just one person. But since Cindy gets so many emails, I'm going to put Cindy in here. Where is Cindy? Cindy Wadsworth. I'm going to put April Fools No More. LOL. This is real on rates, right? Just a catchy something. And then guess what? I'm just going to go in here. I'm going to hit paste. I'm going to change it to her name. Now, if your program is designed, it will automatically populate their first name, right? Mine's in blue. I could change it to the color, but you see how easy this was, everybody? Okay, so now I could send that. That's a one-off. I could also go into my system. I can go to settings. I can go to email. I can go email templates, add a new email, and I could just literally populate that right into an email and send it to thousands of people literally in minutes, right? So that's the beautiful part of this. You could just do it very, very quickly. Okay. So when I look at the power of ChatGPT. Now you could do this. You could say, hey, make me 4 articles that are similar to this, but not the same. And then you could regurgitate the stuff. You could also put in the stats from the MLS. In your MLS, you could just copy and paste the stats, put them into ChatGPT and say, make me an email newsletter for this data. And it will do all the pretty icons and all the stuff. You see how it did the little check marks, the little fingers, name, all the stuff, right? This is the cool part of this. Anybody have any questions on this real quick? I'm trying to show you.
That's great.
Okay, I did this live. I did not prepare for this. I did all that in minutes. Right? So for instance, like if we wanted to take and in an effort of time, I'm not going to go into my MLS and gather the data that's coming up right now in the market report, but it could be done just that easy. You could also ask it to do a market report based on what it knows about the market. You don't even have to look at your data. Like watch my screen. I'm going to try this. I haven't tried this. Can you do a market update for Albany, Oregon, zip code 97322? Pull information from all the places and data sources you can and give us a small email newsletter about what's going on with the real estate market, comma, mortgage rates, and just the sentiment of the real estate business in general, period. Okay, that's what I typed in. I even spoke it in just a minute. Now it's searching the web and it's pulling up everything that it could find. And it's incredibly fast. So as of April 2025, the housing market in Albany, Oregon, particularly the 97322 zip code, continues to exhibit notable trends. Median home price is $419, marking a 7.4% increase. Market competitiveness, average time on the market is 54 days, a decrease from 72. Inventory levels are up 77 homes, representing a 10.5% increase. It's done. Like literally, I could take and say, that's awesome. Now make it a little more visually appealing with icons and emojis, and then put my signature line at the bottom of it. Okay, so I'm just giving it directions. And here's the Albany market report with a little more flair. You see what it's doing? Could you guys all do this? Could you spend 7 minutes doing a market snapshot and then do a 2-minute video of yourself? Put your video into the email to add more value to it. They click the video that's been compressed, and now it plays that little 2-minute video because it goes to a link. It's a hyperlinked video picture. Right? So I'm talking 3rd grade level now. Right?
Yep.
This is where I want to be able to, because look at what it did. It's incredible, right? Here's the median sales price, market competitiveness. I literally can also take and do this. Oops. Let me copy the whole thing. Copy, open up Facebook. Wasn't working yesterday for some reason. It looks like it's working. I'll go to my Birdhouse Coaching, which is my business page, right? You want to have a personal and business page. We'll explain that. But I'm opening up my Birdhouse Coaching business page. And I'm going to click on Create a Post, copy, paste. If I want to throw in a picture in here, I'll throw in a picture of a nice house. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself doing live looking at my pictures here. It's very possible, but let me go to, like, where are my Birdhouse pics? Birdhouse real estate pics. There we go. There's a nice house that we listed. There you go. Post. That's live. I just posted that live in my public page. There's the stats. It's pulling up whatever came up next on my business page. There's the picture of it. There's the headline. See more. Look at all this information. It looks like I spent a ton of time doing. Only you know. Here's the only mistake. See how it did your phone number, your website? I want to edit that post, and I want to change that down here because ChatGPT was basically telling me to fix it, and I didn't fix it. Okay? But again, it's okay. I'm not tripping about it, but you could go down here and if I can get to it, there you go. Back it up. I'll put 541, 570, 5777, and then actually I just put WS8 into auto populate. Okay, there you go. Save. You think y'all can do that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I see a lot of smiling and head nodding. This is the challenge. We get so caught up in how difficult things can be. This is technology. When we talk about using technology, I'm 60 years old. I turned 60 in August. A couple of these people were at my 60th birthday party on the cruise, right? You can do this. This is not an age thing. This is a commitment thing. This is Cindy saying, you know what? I've had enough of enough and I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend an hour getting used to how the process to do this, so then you can do it. And then you go back to following my program, right? Now's the time of the month to do the market snapshot. I just did it. I just did my literally from start to finish. I did not think about this at all. It was in the back of my mind. The only thing I would have done is a 2-minute video. We have 4 minutes left, but it is about this difficult, right? I'm going to do it in 1 minute because I want you to understand this, right? This is how perfect it's got to be. Hey, it's Coach Randy Bird. I'm going to give you the market update for April of 2025. I'm looking at my screen. Number one, Albany, Oregon is where I'm focused. So brought to you by me, Randy Bird. Medium home price, $419, up 7.4% year over year. That's good. Market competitiveness. Homes are selling faster. 54 days average. It was 72 last year, so it's down. Still a very competitive market. Smart pricing, quick moves are important and key. Inventory level, 77 homes on sale for sale in March of 2025. That's a 10.5% increase. We're seeing this increasing behavior in the real estate market. 77 homes sold in February. We're about a month lag. So in February, a slight dip from 80 the same time last year, but 77, 80, pretty close. Price per square foot, $283, up 6.6%. That's what's important. The people waiting on the fence for that, their increasing value went up 6.6% last year, $283 a square foot. Can't even build them for that now. It's pretty cool. So great news for you. If you have questions about the real estate market, reach out to me. Coach Randy Bird, Oregon Luxury Group. I'm the team leader here with EXP. Love to help you with your real estate needs. Have a great day. Bye for now. Done. Okay. That is going to be on my Facebook. I'm going to put that on there. All that happened while we're here live on this call. Isn't that cool? Right? Okay, so I want to honor you. Let me check my calendar. I don't have anybody. Lunchtime's next, so I have a few minutes. I want to honor my Q&A. What questions do you have about what we talked about today or all things related to newsletters? And was this valuable for you today?
That was really
Awesome.
good. That was really
Awesome.
good.
Thank
have a
you.
Very
question.
valuable.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Aaron, you're first.
Clicked and read. So you did delivered, opened.
Yep. So it's delivered, open, clicked, and read.
Yes.
Those are all metrics that you use with email software that tells you how your emails are doing.
Okay.
A really, really well done content will have that 40 to 50% open rate, right? So open rate is that opened. And then if they read it, it will tell you if they read it. And if they click a link, it will tell you if they clicked the link. So an example, if you send out 100 emails that say it delivered 40, your deliverability was 40%. Out of that, 50% of them opened it, right? That's an open rate of 50%, which is great for your database. You should have that. A cold email, you might get a 3% or 5% open rate, but in your database should be 30, 40, 50, 60%. A really good number is about 45%. 50% is a really good number in your database. And if they read it, right? If it's got some content they read, you could tell by how long they're on that email. And if they click a link, if they click the picture to watch the 2-minute video, you can see all those metrics. You can make the video report back how much of the video they watched, but I don't want to get into the weeds. The bottom line is I want you to know delivery and open rate. That's really, really important. Because if they're getting open, they got eyeballs on them, and then you're top of mind. Okay, that's the equivalent of dropping a postcard in their mailbox, and they have to touch it to throw it away, which is what's going to happen, right? But they at least have to touch it to throw it away. So that's a touch. That's what you do in a traditional geographic farm. This is your email campaign.
Okay. I typed all the notes and shared it in a Google document.
Love it.
So
Thank you.
it's in the chat.
Then you're a good typer. I'm not. I'm like, so we have the AIs listening to this and taking notes for us. We'll post that in our YouTube as well with this video. This video goes into our YouTube for our weekly coaching calls. And you can search for it by email, those kind of things. But this is why we do specific topics, so we can kind of keep the coaching into an element of some kind of searchability. I think, Laura, you had a question.
I was just going to say, click actually means you've clicked on something. That's why it'll be lower than your open. And open just means somebody opened. It's top of mind, exactly what you're saying. Clicking is
that is correct. Any links
lower,
at a measure if they click that.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's not uncommon to have like a 45% open rate and like a 3 or 5% click rate, right? So it depends. What's your click? Is it to an article? They don't need it. Is it to your website? They've seen it. Is it to something, right? But when you put it in that video with the, the picture of the little YouTube click link in your video, and it says only 2 minutes long or something, mine was 1 minute and 10 seconds. I did a whole market thing, minute, 10 seconds, right? So when you do that, all of a sudden it makes it where it's measuring that clicking. By the way, if I recorded that in YouTube, it would have automatically been on my YouTube channel already. All I would have had to do is grab the link and drag it into my email. Now, the way I did, I have to upload it. I can edit it, which is why I did it this way. I'm more sophisticated. I put it into Opus Pro. I act like I'm sophisticated. I put it in Opus Pro. It does all the things for me. You'll see it in the next day or two. And it puts emojis and does all kinds of in and out things. And then I'll embed that into this posting of what happened in the market. This is what I want for you guys. All right. At the very minimum.
Very good.
Thank you. In the very minimum, get in the habit of following the sequence. You can edit, modify it. I would suggest market snapshot beginning of the month, something personal throughout the middle of the month. Like I call it local business. That would be me going, hey, this week we're going to go into this deli, or we're going to support this family-owned shop or something. You're trying to build that community awareness, right? But for me, it's probably going to be coaching related stuff. That's my personal side that I'd probably add to my emails throughout. But does my buyers and sellers care how good a coach I am to real estate agents? They don't, right? So that's why I'm saying you got to pick things that they want to hear. They want to know what's going on with values. They want to know what's going on in the local community. They want to know what's going on in the national situation with housing and all that. And there's just a million things you could do, from podcasts to just Googling what's going on in the housing market right now and put something in there creative. One of the things I like doing is asking like ChatGPT, find me a totally obscure law that is absolutely ridiculous in the United States. And it's illegal to use a vacuum in some stupid state in the United States to this day. It's like,
what?
I'm like, how is that possible? I found it in ChatGPT. It's like in Missouri, I don't know what it is, but it was like, it's literally illegal to use a vacuum. I don't know if it was on Sundays or if it was all the time, but I was like, how is that possible? But that kind of stuff's intriguing, right? And then in your headline, what do you say? Do you know you could be arrested for using a vacuum, ... Or do you know you could be arrested for using a vacuum in this state? ? Right? That's a hook. Going to bring them into that email. All right. So again, not trying to overwhelm you. I want to show you how simple this could be for you. So now action item, I'd like you to just think about putting this into your practice, right? You've got this database of 200, 300, 500 agents or people. Let's get in a habit of becoming top of mind with them. Weekly campaign, right? You have to stay weekly for frequency, and it could be this big. It doesn't have to be big. You saw what I created in moments. All right. I could have cut half of that out. I could have told ChatGPT, by the way, I could have said, hey, make that half that much information. Just condense that in half. It doesn't get rid of any information. It just condenses it all. Totally up to you. All right, you guys, rock and roll.
Very good.
now. I appreciate you. Every single Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, 2:30 Eastern. And love to have you here. Thank you for coming out today. Bring a friend. Broker agnostic, obviously, and we coach everybody for free every week. We're giving back. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here.
Beautiful.
Great day. I'll talk to you soon.
Good job, Rick.